So okay, 2021 is underway, Brexit has occurred. So what are some of the changes that you'll notice when you're coming to purchase a property in Spain post-Brexit? So welcome to this week's episode of 2 Minute Tuesday, where we take a quick 2-minute look at some of the changes that await you in the future. So before heading off for a property viewing trip or planning visits to your overseas home this year, please remember these points which under Brexit came into effect on the 1st of January. Now, in just a couple of minutes, we can't cover all of the changes that Brexit incurs. However, we're going to put a link on the screen and in the description, and it's going to be to a UK government page that's going to be regularly updated with all of the changes that will affect you. So you should keep an eye on the Spanish and the EU rules as well, as if you're travelling to these EU countries, it's their rules that you must abide to and not necessarily what the UK ones. So the first and most important change is concerning the amount of time that you can spend in Spain and the European Union, depending on your circumstances. Now, if you're a citizen or a legal resident of Spain, there are no limits concerning how long you stay here in Spain. The rules basically remain unchanged. However, people like British tourists, holiday homeowners, and those without residencia will no longer, under the new rules, be able to spend any more than 90 days in a 180-day rolling period in any EU country. So this isn't just Spain, but all countries in the EU region. So this means that you can't just say pop over the border to France or Portugal and then come back and refresh your entitlement, as people on social media are stating at the moment. This is incorrect, so don't think that's the case. It looks like those of you that are looking to spend more than 90 days will need to apply for a visa, and information is a little bit thin on the ground yet. However, having spoken to lawyers about this, the common consensus is that the Spanish government aren't going to put too many obstacles in the way of people who are looking to invest or spend money in Spain, especially in the current economic situation that we find ourselves in. So watch this space, but for the time being, it's looking as though visas are going to be the way to go. Now, from the 1st of January, your EHIT card, this is your European Health Insurance card, will become invalid. So if you are coming here on a short trip, then holiday insurance is more important than ever. And I'm sure that in time the insurance companies will seize this opportunity and they're going to introduce a raft of new products to cover all kinds of insurance for expats and holiday makers. But it's doubly important now to make sure that your travel insurance provides you with adequate medical insurance. Now, your passport, this again is very important, will still be valid in Europe. However, you need to ensure that there's a minimum of 6 months validity remaining on your passport when you travel. So go and check your passport now, go and have a look at the dates and maybe make a note in your diary when you need to renew it, so you've got plenty of time to do that. If you're thinking of driving in Europe, then your UK licence may not be enough. So you may need something called an international driving permit. And good advice is, if you're going to hire a car, is check with the hire companies what documentation will be required in order to hire a car. But the permit should be available from post offices, places like that. Now, if you already live here and you don't have a Spanish licence, then you do need to change it as soon as possible. You have until the 30th of June 2021 to do so without the possibility of needing to take a retest. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I've put a link on the screen, it should be on at the moment, to the UK government page, which covers all of the items that we're talking about here regarding work, children tax, money, banks, pensions. There's so much more there to read. So take a look at that. So in summary, many things will be exactly as they have been before. You'll still be able to come here and enjoy your holidays, your holiday home, come and live here, buy a holiday home, permanent home. It won't be any more difficult to do so. There'll simply be a little bit more paperwork to do, and for that you're going to pay an agent, you're going to pay a lawyer, and they'll do the work for you. So there's very little to worry about. There'll be a few teething problems, I'm sure. However, I think the COVID restrictions at the moment mean that there's not going to be too much stress on the system in the short term, so hopefully they'll be ironed out. This is only a very quick update, so please take a look at the link on the screen, as I've kept mentioning, and keep yourselves fully informed of any changes. Back to normal next week, episode 95. We're going to be talking about interesting traffic fines, penalty points on a Spanish driving licence. If you haven't got a Spanish driving licence and you live here, have a look at episode number 94, find out how to get one. So that's all for this week. So until the next episode, from me and the beautiful sunshine that we have here in early January in the Hondon Valley, hasta luego.